Welcome to my COETAIL'er final project. Kindergarten teaches the world. Hi, my name is Nick, and I'm a teacher at UWC Thailand in Phuket. I teach kindergarten, and I'm also on the primary leadership team and technology committee. The first learning event that took place was an inquiry into Explain Everything. I provided time and space for my students to experiment and troubleshoot with the application on the iPads, having 2 students to 1 iPad. I got out of the way specifically so I could listen to what the students were saying and doing. I was also documenting if there was any tensions, monitoring their cooperation, keeping an eye on the behavior and self-management skills. We later got into groups and we discussed how was it similar to Seesaw, a platform that we're already familiar with, and how was it different. We recorded the findings on our Wonderwall and left them there for quite some time until we could determine how this app could make us better learners or communicators. Later, my kindergarten students went to visit the other kindergarten classroom, and it was their job to explain everything to their peers. For quite some time, I'd been talking about potentially flipping the kindergarten classroom, and the other kindergarten teacher, Catherine, was definitely on board. So when I approached her with this project, she was keen to get involved. Here she is to tell you a bit more about it.
So Nick and I have been working together as kindergarten teachers at UWC for the last couple of years, and we've always been really interested in using technology in our classroom. Nick had pitched an idea about doing something like a flipped classroom, looking at how Khan Academy is made and getting our kids to become agents of their own learning, using technology to be creators and to show that they could become experts in whatever that they were learning about in our classroom. So basically they've used Explain Everything to take videos of something that they think that they're really good at, something that they can explain to teach something to other students in our class, and they've used it as a video so that now other students can go back to that video and take a look at what their friends are trying to teach them and learn from their friends. And then afterwards, they all reflected on it using a target method. And so not only does the learning not stop, because we keep on going back to our videos and seeing what can we do to enhance our videos, make them better.
This is our success criteria for Explain Everything. When it look good, when it sound good, and when we know the purpose, you in the green. If you don't know the purpose, if you don't know, if you cannot hear it, and if it's dark and you cannot see it, you in the red or yellow, and you cannot do this yet.
What you just heard was our success criteria, created by the kindergarten students. It took a few weeks for us to get to that point. A lot of feedback, a lot of reflection, and a lot of troubleshooting. Here you see students consolidating their learning by running it through the success criteria. Once the students were able to narrow down the videos and select the ones that met the success criteria, we were able to present them to an authentic audience. Our first authentic audience came in the form of our grade 3 reading buddies. Having the bigger kids critique our videos was a very powerful experience for everyone involved. They provided great feedback and inspired the kinders to strive for more. Although their skills were improving, we weren't quite ready for the global stage just yet. So I contacted Mike, a friend of mine at the British International School of Phuket. Here he is to tell you more.
Nick reached out to me and pitched his idea of providing his students with an authentic audience and authentic, powerful feedback for his kindergarten class. I liked the way he wanted to connect both schools on the island. It's a small island, so there's no reason why both of our schools shouldn't communicate more often. My grade 1 students found the idea and videos to be very helpful and a fun way to learn. We may even start producing our own as a response. Hopefully this is just the beginning of us working together towards a common goal with the best interests of our students at both schools in mind.
So what was the outcome? Well, by utilizing the ISTE standards, along with my major takeaways from COETAIL'er, I've helped my kindergarten students become prosumers and develop a firm understanding of the importance of becoming an empowered learner and getting your work out there on display for an authentic audience. I've learned that the effective collaborative structure of COETAIL'er is a great framework to implement in your classroom. The community approach to learning helped encourage, educate, and inspire my students throughout their learning journey. As for me, learning how to build and utilize an effective professional learning network was by far my greatest takeaway in this course. After the successful connection with the British school in Phuket, I called upon my PLN to take our kindergarten videos to the global stage. As of this recording, my student videos have been watched by secondary students in Tunisia, grade 1 students in Laos, and grade 2 students in China. In a sense, I do think I've met my goals. Even though the project quickly took on a life of its own, and rather than it being about creating a digital database that students can refer back to, the entire process became a journey of creation, reflection, and refinement. There were also elements of growth mindset, especially when students received specific feedback and attempted to redo videos in order to make them better. Sure, their final products on YouTube aren't perfect, but looking back at all the learning that ensued, along with this sense of ownership, made me really think that it was the process that mattered most. Having the students understand what a success criteria is and then running their videos through that student-created success criteria was definitely a major part of this process. If you couple that with their ability to self-reflect and choose which content areas from the curriculum they felt they had mastered, then it's easy to see how our choice boards, the platform, and the entire process of collaboration provided my students with metacognition, perseverance, and a sense of self-awareness. As for the SAMR model, I'd like to think that this learning engagement has reached a level of redefinition. If it hasn't already, it soon will, as my students are excited to take this forward and continue to communicate with the schools and students we've made connections with. Looking back now, one of the things I would have done differently would have involved me reaching out to other schools sooner rather than towards the end of the unit. Want to get involved? Let me know. Thanks. So tell me about Explain Everything.
Everything is like you can share your learnings to other people in another school, and you can put it in YouTube. And you can learn from Explain Everything, because they have all stuff you can learn about it.
So how do we help each other learn here?
You teach the others that is in another place, like a different country or a different school. If they didn't know ours. If they didn't know this school, we can tell them all about this school.
How do we help each other in our class learn?
We just help each other. They can copy us. They can copy us.
Right. So what do we give them sometimes as tips to get better?
Feedback.
Feedback. Why is feedback important?
Because it shows you if you can be better or don't need to be.
Excellent. Thank you.